Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, 2 brand new pedals. Let's get started. The Bootlegger Overdrive from Keeley Electronics is our first pedal today. Now this is a custom shop pedal that's only available through Sweetwater. We sat down with the guys from Keeley, told them what we wanted from the Overdrive pedal. They made it happen. The Bootlegger Overdrive is the result. The Bootlegger Overdrive is based on a classic overdrive design that Keeley hand builds in their shop. What we've done is specified a germanium chip in this instead of a silicon chip. The germanium chip gives us a thicker bottom end as well as a smoother top end, so it's a really nice sounding overdrive whether you're playing rhythm or you're playing lead. One of the things I found with germanium overdrives in the past is that they don't sound great with humbucking pickups. I tend to prefer them with a Strat style single coil pickup. This overdrive, however, works great both with single coils and with humbuckers. I'm demonstrating it here today with a 59 standard from Gibson Custom. The Bootlegger is a simple overdrive to operate. We've got drive and louder for setting the gain and the output volume, and a nerve control, which is basically the tone control. We've also got a switch that goes from 80 proof, which is a low gain setting, to 100 proof, which is a high gain setting. Let's check out some of the tones. We're playing through a Rivera amplifier. We'll begin in the 80 proof for the low gain setting. This is our unaffected tone. Now if we set things up with the tone control set to about 12 o'clock, the louder control set to about 12 o'clock, and we'll set the drive to about 9 o'clock or 25%. So a nice smooth overdrive tone, and we can adjust that with the tone control as well. If we bring that up, we'll get a lot more highs out of it. And we can make the sound very dark as well. We'll bring it back to about 12 o'clock, which is a good balanced tone. Now we'll bring the drive control up to about 50%. You can hear the sound is starting to get thicker in that lower mid-range. We're getting a nice chunky full bottom end to it when we're playing chords. Nice sustain when we're playing leads, but it's not a real fuzzy tone. It's still nice and smooth. Now let's turn the drive control all the way up and we'll see what the maximum gain level is when we're in the low gain setting. It's a nice full tone with a real singing sustain. We're starting to get a little bit of fuzz on the top of that, but it's still not a distortion sound. It's still a nice smooth tone. Has nice dynamics as well when we back off on the pick or when we turn down the volume control. Now we'll go back to 50% gain. And this is with our low gain setting. Now we'll switch over to the high gain setting on the switch. You can hear it's a much higher gain tone, more compressed as well. Great for lead sounds, but it still gives us a nice chunky bottom end that's great for rhythm tones. We're also still touch sensitive when we have this much gain. So if we turn our volume control all the way up, roll it back, we can still bring down the distortion level and use it as a cleaner tone. Now let's turn the drive control all the way up and listen to maximum gain from this pedal. That's a really nice tone that has a lot of punch to it. We're pushing the amp hard, but even though we're at a modest volume level, we have plenty of sustain that jumps right into feedback when we hold a note. The Bootlegger Overdrive pedal is a handmade pedal, comes out of the custom shop from Keeley. It's only available from Sweetwater. This is a nice versatile pedal with true bypass, so it won't affect your tone when it's not on, but when you do turn it on, you can get everything from a light breakup to a real heavy singing sustain. Our second pedal today is the Hall of Fame Mini from TC Electronic. The Hall of Fame Mini is the latest in TC's Tone Print series of pedals, which allow you to change presets using a mobile device. It's also the latest in their mini-sized pedal series, which are compact, small-sized pedals that allow you to save space on a pedal board. Like all of TC's Tone Print pedals, the Hall of Fame Mini is a true bypass design, which means that it doesn't affect your tone when you're not using the pedal. It has a single control that sets the amount of reverb that you're adding to the signal. So the pedal comes loaded with a basic spring reverb type tone. I've got it set to about 25% here. But you can dial that up and add a ton of reverb if you want to. Changing the sound in the Hall of Fame Mini is as easy as opening up the Tone Print app and selecting a preset that you would like to load in. In this case, we've got one here on this page, Ocean Machine, that was created by Steve Vai for the Hall of Fame. So we'll select that tone print. Now we're ready to go. Basically, the signal will beam from the iPhone into the pickup of the guitar and be transmitted straight into the pedal, changing the preset. So you can hear there's a little bit of noise there as the signal is transmitted. The light flashes on the Hall of Fame MIDI, and now we should have a completely new preset loaded up. Let's check it out. So that's a completely different reverb setting. You can hear there's some modulation going on in that. It's also a large hall type tone with a fairly bright top end to it. Completely different than the tone that we had before. There are a ton of different reverb presets available for the Hall of Fame Mini using the Tone Print app. Let's go over here to search by device. We'll look at Hall of Fame. Lots and lots of different things here. Here's one called Hermitage. Let's try that. A nice straight ahead reverb tone. Let's try one more. Here's one called Toxic Verb Twister. Let's try this one. Certainly a very different sounding reverb there that'd be great for special effects. But the point is there are tons of different tone prints that are available for the Hall of Fame Mini, so you can instantly change the character of the sound that it's producing. This is great if you're at the gig, you need to quickly change to a new reverb preset, you're in the studio, you need to call up something different. You have a lot of flexibility with this reverb pedal, even though it only has the single control. I hope you've enjoyed this installment of Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more guitars, more amps, and more effects, and we'll be making lots of music. I'm Mitch Gallagher.